Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive with us.
Glad to be here.
Today we're going to be looking at something that I think is really fascinating.
Oh, yeah.
It's all about self-reflection.
Okay.
We found this blog post on LeStallion.com, and it's got 50 thought-provoking journal prompts.
50. Wow, that's a lot.
I know, right? But they're all about getting you to really think
Right.
about who you are, what you value, and where you want to go in life.
Sounds like a recipe for some serious introspection.
Exactly. And to help us make sense of it, all the prompts are broken down into 5 categories.
By chapters in a book.
Yeah, exactly. So are you ready to dive in?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
All right, so the first category is reflecting on past experiences.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
And one of the prompts that really stood out to me was about defining moments.
I see.
You know those moments that just completely change your trajectory?
Oh, I get it.
Like, have you ever had one of those moments?
Yeah.
One that really shifted things for you?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I think when you look back, it's rarely the big, splashy events that really define us.
Yeah, that's true.
It's often the quiet moments of choice or even those chance encounters that can send us down a different path.
That's so true. And you know, that's something the blog post mentions too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they talk about how those past experiences shape us even in ways we might not realize.
It's like each experience leaves an imprint shaping our beliefs and how we see the world.
Totally. It's like our own personal archaeology.
Archaeology.
Yeah, like digging into those past experiences to reveal why we react the way we do,
Oh, I see what you mean.
or why we're drawn to certain things.
That's a cool way to think about it.
Right. Okay, so speaking of things we're drawn to,
Yeah.
the next set of prompts is all about understanding personal values and beliefs.
Okay, values and beliefs.
God. Do you think people spend enough time thinking about what they truly believe in?
That's a good question. It's so easy to just go through life on autopilot,
Yeah,
adopting beliefs from family or society without really questioning them.
for sure.
Yeah.
But when you actually take the time to examine your values, it can be so powerful.
Absolutely. It's like you're taking ownership of your own life.
Right. And there's this prompt in this section that asks,
Yeah.
what's something you once believed but no longer hold true?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Right. I bet that could reveal some interesting shifts in perspective.
Well, yeah, for sure.
What kind of things do you think people might uncover about themselves with that prompt?
I think all sorts of things. Maybe they held on to limiting beliefs that were holding them back. Or perhaps their priorities have shifted over time.
That makes sense.
It's a good reminder that we're always evolving.
We are.
And what mattered to us 5 years ago might not be as important today.
Totally. It's like we're constantly editing our own internal code,
Aha, I like that.
updating our beliefs and values as we learn and grow.
It's a process.
It is. And speaking of growth, the next category really resonates with me.
Okay, what is it?
It's exploring inner strengths and resilience.
I like that.
It's so easy to focus on our weaknesses,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
but this is about recognizing what makes us strong.
It's about acknowledging those times when we've overcome challenges.
Exactly.
And the more we tap into that inner strength, the more confident we become in handling whatever life throws our way.
Yes, I love that. There's a prompt here that asks us to reflect on a moment when we felt unstoppable.
Unstoppable.
What comes to mind for you when you hear that?
It doesn't have to be some grand achievement.
Yeah.
For me, it's often those small moments of courage.
Like what?
Like speaking up for myself or stepping outside my comfort zone. Those are the moments that build real confidence for me.
Yeah, I could see that.
It's about those small wins that often add up to the bigger picture, right?
Totally. They're like stepping stones on the path to resilience.
Mm.
Okay, ready to shift gears a bit.
Sure, let's do it.
The next category is all about envisioning the future and setting goals.
Okay, sounds exciting.
It can be exciting, but also a little intimidating, right?
Yeah, I can see that. It's like standing at the edge of a blank canvas,
Right.
full of possibility, but it can also feel overwhelming to know where to even start.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But these prompts give us some direction.
Okay, good.
Like there's one that asks, imagine yourself 5 years from now. What kind of person do you hope to be?
It's a good one.
I think that goes beyond just setting goals for what we want to achieve.
I agree.
It's about envisioning the kind of person we want to become.
It gets to the heart of personal growth for sure.
Exactly. The blog post actually says, goals give life direction. Dream big, stay focused, and trust in your ability to create the future you envision.
I like that.
It's like a reminder that we have the power to shape our own destiny.
We do. And that power comes from taking action, even if it's just one small step at a time.
One step at a time.
There's another prompt in this category that I find particularly helpful.
Oh, yeah? Which one?
It asks you to reflect on a dream you'd love to achieve. Why is this dream important to you, and what will it take to bring it to life?
That's a good one.
It pushes us to connect our goals to our values.
And create a roadmap.
Yeah, one that aligns with what truly matters to us.
I think sometimes we get so caught up in the HLW that we forget to really examine the WHY.
The WHY.
Yeah. Why is this dream so important to us? Once we understand that the HLW often becomes much clearer.
Absolutely. It's about aligning our actions with our deepest desires.
All right, ready to dive into our final category.
Yeah, let's do it.
This one feels like the perfect way to wrap up our deep dive.
Whoa.
It's cultivating self-compassion and acceptance.
Oh, I love that one. We've been digging deep into our past, our values, our strengths, and our dreams for the future.
It's a lot to process.
It is. And sometimes we can be our own harshest critics.
True.
This category feels like a gentle reminder to be kind to ourselves.
It's so important to balance all that self-exploration with a healthy dose of self-love.
Yes. We're all works in progress.
We are.
And self-compassion is essential for well-being. Absolutely. One of the prompts asks, write about a way you can be kinder to yourself. How might this kindness change the way you see yourself?
I think we often talk about being kind to others.
We do.
But forget to extend that same kindness to ourselves.
That's a really good point. The blog post reminds us that self-compassion is a gift we give ourselves. Embrace your journey, honor your growth, and be gentle with each step forward.
It's like giving ourselves permission to be human, to make mistakes,
Yeah.
and to learn from them.
I like that a lot.
Me too.
Ooh.
I'm also drawn to the prompt that asks us to describe a quality in ourselves that we're learning to accept and embrace. Why is this acceptance important?
It's a powerful prompt because it encourages us to identify those parts of ourselves that we may have previously judged or tried to hide.
Right.
But true self-acceptance is about embracing the whole package.
Even the messy parts.
Exactly. It's like recognizing that our imperfections are what make us unique.
Wow, we've covered so much ground today. It feels like we've taken a whirlwind tour of our inner landscape,
From past experiences to future hopes.
exploring it all. So as we wrap up, I'd love to hear what's resonating with you, what's standing out.
It really is amazing how much there is to unpack when we start reflecting on these prompts. They touch on so many different aspects of ourselves.
It's like they hold up a mirror to our inner world.
Right, prompting us to ask questions we might not have considered otherwise.
Exactly. And I think that's what makes journaling so powerful. It's a way to have a conversation with ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
To explore our thoughts and feelings in a safe and non-judgmental space.
It's like having a personal therapist on call 24/7.
Exactly. And the best part is you don't even need an appointment.
So true. But as with any new habit, it's important to approach journaling with patience and self-compassion.
That's a great point. It's not about forcing ourselves to write every day or filling pages upon pages.
Right.
It's about finding a rhythm that works for us, even if it's just a few minutes a week.
And remember, there's no right or wrong way to do it. Some people prefer to write long, detailed entries, while others might jot down just a few key thoughts or bullet points.
That's true.
It's all about finding what feels most natural and fulfilling.
I love that. It's about making journaling our own,
Yeah,
personalizing it to fit our unique needs and preferences.
precisely. And don't be afraid to get creative.
Oh, yeah.
You can use these prompts as starting points, but feel free to let your thoughts wander and explore whatever comes to mind.
Let your mind wander.
Sometimes the most profound insights come from the most unexpected places.
So true. Journaling is all about giving ourselves permission to explore, to discover, and to be surprised by what we find.
Exactly. And as you continue on this journey of self-reflection, remember to celebrate the small victories.
The small victories.
Each moment of introspection, each new insight is a step towards greater self-awareness and personal growth.
What a beautiful way to put it. It's like we're constantly uncovering new layers of ourselves, like peeling back the layers of an onion to reveal its hidden depths.
And who knows what treasures we'll find along the way.
Yeah.
So to our listener, I say this.
Yeah.
Grab your journal, find a quiet space, and let the adventure of self-discovery begin.
Beautifully said. And that brings us to the end of our deep dive into these 50 thought-provoking journal prompts.
It's been quite a journey.
It really has. We hope you've enjoyed exploring them with us and that you feel inspired to start your own journaling practice.
It's been a pleasure sharing these insights with you.
Until next time, keep diving deep.
It really does feel like we've journeyed through our inner landscape, doesn't it?
It does. And with these 50 prompts, it feels like there are so many avenues to explore.
It really highlights how much there is to discover about ourselves, right?
Totally. And like we were saying earlier, journaling can be such a powerful tool for that self-discovery.
It is. It's a way to connect with our thoughts and feelings without judgment.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
like giving ourselves permission to just be,
To be present with ourselves.
yeah, and to process everything we're experiencing.
And that's where the real magic happens, right? When we start putting pen to paper and actually engaging with these prompts.
For sure. It's one thing to think about these questions, but it's another to really dive in and explore them through writing.
It's like the difference between dipping your toes in the water and taking a deep dive.
Exactly. And that deep dive can be so transformative.
It can. It can help us uncover hidden patterns, limiting beliefs, and even unrealized strength.
And the more we understand ourselves, the better equipped we are to navigate life's challenges.
Absolutely. Self-awareness is such a powerful tool.
It is. And journaling is such a great way to cultivate that self-awareness.
It is. So to our listener, I encourage you to give it a try.
Even if it's just for a few minutes each day.
Find a quiet space, grab your journal, and let the words flow.
And remember, there's no right or wrong way to do it. It's all about finding what works for you.
Exactly. Make it your own, personalize it, and let your thoughts guide you.
Beautifully said. Well, that brings us to the end of our deep dive into these 50 thought-provoking journal prompts.
It's been a pleasure exploring them with you.
Me too. And to our listener, we hope this has inspired you to embark on your own journey of self-reflection.
Remember, the journey is just as important as the destination.
And with that, we'll say goodbye for now. But keep diving deep, everyone.